Wofford won the toss, elected to defer, so the Hokies are going to touch it first here at Lane Stadium. And for an 11 a.m. kick, we've got about 60-some thousand of our closest friends here with us. Atkins Roberts kicks it away. And Virginia Tech plays on the near side with the return. Chance Black brings it out to about the 22, 23-yard line. It's a return of 19. And Eddie, here is the young man who is at the wheel of the offense. The Marshall transfer, where it was the Conference USA Freshman of the Year a couple seasons ago. And this is Grant Wells.
Hey, I'm excited to see him today. Come out and get a couple early completions, get things rolling, maybe get a guy like Jaden Blue the ball early to help get his passing game going.
Hokies, of course, beat Boston College 27-10 here on Saturday. And it's a quick turnaround for Prize team because West Virginia is here on Thursday night. 3 to the left, 2 to the boundary, and a quick first down throw, and the catch is made by Nick Gallo, the tight end. 9th catch of the year for Gallo on a pickup of right at about 4.
Just a simple out route there. I love the up-tempo approach. Just kind of get Wells into a rhythm and get things rolling.
We're going to keep an eye on the run game here early for Virginia Tech. And here is the give. This is Chance Black. Close to a first down out near the 32-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Hokies. Virginia Tech coming in the ball game, averaging just better than 308 yards a game. Jalen Holston into the lineup now at the running back spot. And here is Holston pushing against a Wofford defense that has been the bright spot so far for Josh Conklin.
No Keyshawn King early.
Right.
I see Chance Black and Holston's going to get the reps today.
Here is Wells. And he'll look to throw here. Taking the shot and juggled by Caleb Smith in front of the Virginia Tech bench. Wofford had it kind of boxed up well in the secondary, but nice protection, Eddie.
Yeah, they did. They played a cover 2, and Grant Wells notices it. It's just a tight window throw that he thought he could fit in. That's a very good defense right there by Wofford. I did notice that Wells did recognize the coverage, so that was a good thing, but maybe not take that chance this early in the game. Senior safety Tahir Anor was the closest Terrier to it, so it makes it 3rd down and 7 now for the Hokies. Virginia Tech hitting about 29% on 3rd down. Here's Wells, shot in the seam of the field, and the catch for Christian Moss. First down, Virginia Tech at the 47, and Moss, a redshirt freshman, with his first catch. We got a flag on the play. Look, this is a great strike. Christian Moss is one of those guys that coaches talked about. They highlighted him as a guy who can step up.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense number 68, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's Marcus Wood, the referee, with the penalty on Wofford. Or against Caden Moore, beg your pardon, against Virginia Tech. So it'll negate the throw and back Virginia Tech up after the catch to the 47. So now 1st and 25. So here is Wells. And another shot to Moss. Offensive coordinator Tyler Bowen talked about Moss yesterday. In fact, Brent Bryan, our visit with him, talked about Moss and the ability to get this 6'3", 194-pound redshirt freshman onto the field early as a potential target. Well, already 2 catches for Moss and the Hokies of the 3 completions for Wells. And Holston now the carry. And he'll close in on a first down at the 47. John Boyles, the tackle, the linebacker for Wofford on the play.
Well, that's a good run right there. Every run doesn't have to be a home run. Nice little run, be able to get behind the guard. Patient run right there by Holston. We'll see if he can maintain and maybe bust one later in the game.
Eddie, you mentioned Holston, Black we've seen, Keyshawn King potentially a go as well. All sorts of variety for Virginia Tech in the run game, and a leaping catch by Lofton. At about the 42-yard line, we'll see if it's close enough. They pushed him back toward the 47. We'll keep an eye on it here.
Very good route by Lofton. He's able to get out of his break and then be able to turn and make the catch. Nice route, coming back to the ball and using his hands to be able to pluck that one out the air.
Isaiah Wadsworth, the tackle for Wofford out of their secondary. Chance Black has come back in the game to work with Wells on second down. Here's Wells, a throw to the near side, and the catch is made. That's Connor Blumrick, and he'll fire inside the 35 to the 31 of Wofford before Miles Richardson makes the stop.
There's that guy, West, that the coaches just loved it. Coach Price said he'd use him on defense if he could. Blumrick's able to do it all. Former quarterback, now looking the part as a tight end or a football player, I'd say.
Yeah, he and Virginia's Keaton Thompson might be the most versatile guys in the ACC. Thompson certainly a year ago, and it appears Blumrick is headed that way this fall. Wells with a ton of time. Here's Holston out of the backfield, hit by Morgan, the linebacker, around the 26. A lot of time for Grant Wells to get the engine fired here in the throw game, Eddie.
Even seeing the growth of Grant Wells, he had Jaden Blue crossing, but it was going to be a tight window throw. Just taking the check down, being able to get 5 or 6 yards right there. Smart play by Grant Wells. Black
has come back in to spell Holston. Dulius, a tight end, has also emerged in the formation. 11th play of the drive. Second and medium for the Hokies. Wells again, and he will throw it away. Black was the receiver closest to Grant Wells, and they also had Blumrick, it looked like, further down the field.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take Blumrick. That's one of those throws, and Grant's trying to figure out when to take those chances and when not. I believe this is one of those chances he probably should have taken. We're going to see Blumrick coming on the deep out route right there. It would have been a tight window throw, but it's a throw that Grant Wells could have made. We'll see. That's a play that they may come back to later on.
6 of 8 is Wells to start the game, and here is Black. And that'll be close to a first down. Might be just shy of the 21. Morgan makes the stop for Wofford.
And this is more of what the running game is going to look like. When you don't have Keyshawn King in there, the home run threat, it's just going to be those 5 and 6 yard runs, and Virginia Tech has to be okay with that.
Hokies are going to go for it here on fourth down. 1 of 3 this year. Holston is the big back. And Jalen Holston's not going to get there. Wofford stands up with Eli Purcell, the linebacker, firing through.
That is not the way that Virginia Tech wanted to start the game. Everybody in the stadium knew that it was going to be a run.
After a stop by the Wofford defense, Jimmy Wyrick and the Terriers take the field for the first time. Scrimmaging from their own 23, and this is Nathan Walker with a yard or 2 on the first snap. But Eddie, let's go back to the end of the Virginia Tech drive, the 13th play, 4th and short.
Yeah, just a missed blocking assignment by the offensive line up front. Purcell's able to shoot the gap and make a play in the backfield. That's surprising for this offensive line. They're normally so well coached by Joe Rudolph. Just a blown assignment up front, and Wofford took advantage of it.
So the Terriers, whose struggles on offense have been well documented, on the attack, and this is Walker trying to get to the edge, and he will get 2, maybe 3. Norrell Pollard is the guy who's the first Virginia Tech player to his tackle.
Yeah, Pollard and those big guys had a heck of a week last week against Boston College, doing more of the same, coming off of the block and being able to make the tackle. There's Dax in there as well. Good job by the defense swarming and making a gang tackle.
Virginia Tech, number 1 in the ACC, 4th nationally, allowing just 44 yards of rushing through 2 games. They held BC to 4. That's right, 4 yards last Saturday night. 3rd down for Wofford. Wyrick to throw, and it's caught. Ricky Shaw right in front of the Virginia Tech bench. And a first down on the first throw of the day for Jimmy Wyrick.
And typically, passing isn't the strength of Wofford, but they did a great job of finding the man-to-man coverage. Had a nice little comeback route to the bottom of the screen, and Wyrick threw an accurate ball.
23-year-old making his 9th career start today. Started a ball game, played in 2 a year ago before a season-ending injury, and he joined a laundry list for Josh Conklin in that department. Here's a throw out of the backfield, and this is Jordan Davis on a crossing route. Shamari Connor the stop for Virginia Tech, but it'll be second and medium.
Yeah, it's all about finding the one-on-one coverage. They find it on the short side of the field. Nice catch. He's able to use his hands and get 2 feet in bounds. Nice job with the route. Nice throw.
David Leggett has come into the ball game to join Wyrick in the backfield. Here's Wyrick to throw on the perimeter. Another catch for Shaw, trying to work upfield and taken out of bounds by Dorian Strong.
Wyrick's doing a great job. They're just keeping it simple. Virginia Tech brought a blitz off the edge. He got the ball out quick. They were able to pick up a couple yards. This is a crucial down right here.
Yeah, 3rd and short, and Wofford knows they're not going to get much going north and south here.
No, and I expect Tech to bring some pressure, be able to try to be aggressive in this moment and stop this little bit of momentum that Wofford has on offense.
Leggett will stay in the ball game with Wyrick. Wyrick wants to throw on the perimeter and drop. Intended for Landon Parker. Wofford picks up a first down, but Dorian Strong was right there to knock it away. And the Terriers will have to punt, and Atkins Roberts, who averaged just under 39 yards a season ago, is already 5th in the Southern Conference at 36.3. DJ Harvey will wait for the Hokies.
Wes, I tell you what, they didn't get points out of that drive, but that's got to be a momentum builder for this Wofford offense.
Wobbly kick. Here's Harvey on the run at the 25 and banged out of bounds at the 27. So no score, 34-yard punt in Blacksburg. We continue in a moment. But the tradition, the legacies, the connectivity of former players like yourself, it all counts with Brent Pry.
Yeah, it all matters. You could tell the passion that he speaks with about the program, reaching out to former players as soon as he got here. He's definitely the right guy for the job.
Well, and 2 good plays here behind the quarterbacking of Grant Wells for Pry and his offense. The throw to Caleb Smith and a good run from Jalen Holston. And now Caden Moore shaking up on the play, and Moore's going to be helped off here, and Virginia Tech will make a change here in the offensive line. Bob Schick is going to check in to play the right guard spot alongside Parker Clements. 1st and 10, Wofford territory on the 2nd drive for the Hokies. Wells takes a shot, caught. Nick Gallo, a sliding grab at the 23-yard line.
Yeah, Gallo does a great job here running this route. Wells is patient enough to let this route develop. Gallo's running a deep out cut, lets it clear the coverage, and Grant Wells throws a strike in there. Very good execution on the offense.
Hokies have got 3 to the field here on 1st and 10. Caleb Smith to the boundary side. And here is Wells in trouble and going to be sacked. And that is Michael Mason, the senior defensive end from Florence, South Carolina, picking up another sack in this 2022 campaign. Loss of 10, Eddie.
Just very good eye discipline by him. Not a very good fake by Grant Wells. Normally you want to hold that fake a little bit longer to get the defensive end to bite on it. Wells didn't hold it long enough, and Mason made a great play.
Terriers glad to have Mason back in the lineup. Injured a year ago. Preseason All-Southern Conference for Josh Conklin. So now 2nd and long. Wells on a crossing route. That's Christian Moss. Another catch. Knocked down at the 29 by Morgan, the linebacker.
Not a sexy play, but it's a completion. Get you a few more yards. At the end of the day, you want to get points after this drive. So even if you don't pick up the first down, you're still putting your field goal kicker closer for an easier kick.
Gosnell and Blue will go to the top of the screen. Gallo and Smith here to the bottom of the formation. Third down and offline, looking for Caleb Smith. Or Gallo, I beg your pardon, the intended receiver. Oka Emanwari, the corner, was in coverage for the Terriers. And now, here is William Ross to try a long field goal, 47.5 yards for the Hokies. He had a 49-yarder last week. The hold from Moore, and the kick is away. And Ross nails it. 46-yard field goal by William Ross. And Virginia. William Ross's field goal to 46 yards makes him 4 for 4 on the year. Virginia Tech the early lead here on the Wofford Terriers. And the Hokies set to kick it away. There's a look at Kyle Lowe, who will serve it up for Kyle Parsons. And there will be no return, and Wofford will scrimmage from its 25-yard line downstairs to Taylor. Well, Josh Conklin, now in season number 5 in Spartanburg, he and Sean Watson, who work together with Pat Narduzzi, are trying to evolve their offense away from what Mike Ayers did for better than 20 years in Spartanburg with the spread option, Eddie, to more of a pro spread. And the percentage of running plays in the last 4 seasons has dropped drastically.
And hey, I'm a receiver, so I'm all for throwing the ball a little bit more, but Wofford was winning a lot with the old school, the old offense, so we'll see how they do today.
Here's a throw on the perimeter. Terriers on first down.
I think that's what's been the challenge, Wes, for this team, is they still have a lot of guys from that triple option style of offense. Now trying to move to a pro-style offense. They just don't have the personnel to fit the scheme just yet.
There's Sean Watson, who we were speaking of a moment ago. Dylan DeJetti, the catch on first down. Wyrick, and off the hands of the intended receiver, Parker.
I tell you what, Sean Watson is doing a great job of calling this game. I mean, there was something there.
Right.
Maybe not a home run, but he could have got the first down if he was able to reel in that catch, as Virginia Tech was in pretty good position, but it could have been a bang-bang play to get the first down.
Now third down and 5 for the Terriers. You get a look at Sean Watson, of course. 35 years, spent 2 seasons in Pittsburgh as the offensive coordinator for the Panthers. Another quick throw, this time for Walker, off his hands, incomplete. It'll be 3 and out for Conklin's offense. And Eddie, if you don't catch a little momentum like they did on the first possession, these drives can turn over pretty quick if you're Wofford, and put that defense right back out, who has now seen Virginia Tech run 20 plays in 2 possessions.
Yeah, it can get ugly quick, so you need to convert those little ones. Wyrick could throw a little bit more of an accurate ball, but those playmakers got to step up and make some plays.
DJ Harvey will wait on Atkins Roberts' punt. Good looking punt to Harvey, who will field it on the fly. Made the first guy miss, but Walker, the running back, takes him down right around the 25-yard line. 48-yard punt. And Virginia Tech getting it for a 3rd time. Let's go downstairs to Taylor.
Yeah, guys, you mentioned the absence of running back Keyshawn King earlier. Down here on the sideline, position coaches and trainers discussing how to handle him in this game. Keep in mind, last week after a 60-yard run, he left the game and didn't return, dealing with a bit of a hip issue. No official word from the school that he's unavailable in this game, but they are going to be cautious with him.
And it also brings to mind, Taylor, thank you, the quick turnaround that faces both Virginia Tech and West Virginia. Remember, the Mountaineers and Hokies renew the Black Diamond Classic here on Thursday night.
I love it.
And you got to think about that if you're Brent Pry with its Keyshawn when it comes to Keyshawn King, don't you?
Exactly. And hey, you should be able to win this game with Jalen Holston back there running the ball. This offense is explosive enough to be able to beat Wofford.
So you saw Holston pick up a couple on first down. Wells now to Holston out of the backfield. That's a first down. Out to the 35.
See, Wes, that's the difference between Virginia Tech and Wofford. Same exact type of play, but Virginia Tech's able to complete it and get the first down and keep this drive rolling.
So 1st and 10 coming up with about 2 minutes to go here in the first. Eddie, it also brings to mind, to close the thought on the running back spot here, not only Keyshawn King, but Malachi Thomas is still coming back from an injury as well.
That'll be a big get to if they can get him healthy for that Virginia Tech game. I mean, for that West Virginia game, that'd be big.
Caleb Smith, the first down catch across the midfield line. Into Wofford territory for a third straight possession goes Virginia Tech.
I love it. This is that Virginia Tech offense you're going to see. I mean, it's not too many home run threats on this team, so run the in routes, run the out routes, just continuing to move the ball and have positive plays.
Wells, 11 of his first 14 for 122 yards. And Holston, the first down carry as we get to the 92nd mark of quarter one. Don't forget, we're just getting started. This is game 1 of 4 today on ACC Network. We'll send you to Charlottesville after this 2 o'clock start. Old Dominion in Virginia. The Monarchs trying to beat another ACC team from in-state. Then game 3 is Liberty and number 19 Wake Forest at Truist Field in Winston-Salem. And then tonight we'll wrap it up with Dave O'Brien, Tim Hasselbeck, Kelsey Riggs at Tigertown for Clemson and Louisiana Tech. Don't forget, Duke and North Carolina A&T available on ACC NX today from Durham as well. You see Christian Moss, another catch, Eddie, on the back end.
Stepping up in the ball placement by Grant Wells, keeping his feet in bounds and then being able to extend and make the catch. I mean, that's some top-level receiver play right there.
Is a catch. The previous play is under further review.
So Marcus Wood, the referee, to have a look here. You see Wells and Caleb Smith in conversation. Christian Moss off to a nice start.
Where has he been all year?
Well, and
I didn't think it was close, Wes. I really didn't.
Of course you didn't. You're a receiver.
He's got 2 feet inbound. That's good on Sundays. I mean,
I don't know anybody in the country that caught a pass in this stadium that's going to think that wasn't a catch.
It wasn't even close.
Okay. But you at least respect they had to check, right?
I respect it. The ref's doing his job, but I saw it from all the way up here. It wasn't close.
I'm shocked that a wide receiver thought that wasn't a catch. That was not a catch.
Let's see.
But let's go back to the point we mentioned at the top. You mentioned here's Christian Moss, right? Who's now got 4 catches in this first quarter for 44 yards. We said at the top, Brent Pry's had 2 ball games, Old Dominion and Boston College. The evaluation process through the spring, into fall camp, now through 2 ball games. I mean, we joked with Tyler Bowen yesterday.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed.
But we joked with Tyler Bowen. Might have been nice to have one of those exhibition or preseason games, right? To kind of know what you had against somebody else. They're still evolving here, and I think it's hard to – you got to keep that in mind, don't you?
You do, and once you're out there and you get those live bullets going, it's a little bit different. Christian Moss is stepping up today and going to improve his role for maybe later on in the season.
Here's Chance Black on the first down carry. Inside the 25. 2nd and 4 coming up on the Jalen Marshall tackle. Outstanding freshman they're excited about in Spartanburg for Wofford. Christian Moss has got the look, though. 6'3", 195.
He definitely looks the part. I want to see him throw him a jump ball. I mean, he's a 6'3" guy. He can go up and get it, especially down here in the red zone. It looks like they're in man-to-man coverage. I'll give him a shot.
Yeah, Wadsworth, the corner out there defending Moss, who's to the top of your screen. Play clock at 2. They get it snapped. And here goes Wells on the keeper, and he's not going to be able to fool Jalen Marshall. That'll be the final play of the first here at Lane Stadium in Blacksburg. We haven't even gotten to the lunch hour yet. Virginia Tech trying to build on the win Saturday night against Boston College. Leads Wofford 3-0 after 15 minutes on an ACC network quadruple. Now we go to quarter two and a look at Blacksburg on this beautiful football Saturday here on ACC Network. Our game presented by Subway. The drill field here on the campus at Virginia Tech. And Wells to work. Looking for Jaden Blue. The Temple transfer in the middle of the field. And the Terriers getting around Grant Wells here.
Did a great job getting pressure up the middle, and Grant Wells' face just might have got a hand on that ball. That's zone coverage. It's hard to throw crossing routes into zone coverage.
So another crack at this for William Ross. 41-yard try. Hit a possession to go from 46. Middle of the field for the junior from Rock Hill, South Carolina. And the kick for Ross is perfect. So another field goal from Ross on the second play of quarter two, makes it 6-0. Time for this week's Aflac trivia question.
Aflac.
How many seasons did it take Frank Beamer to reach his first bowl game as Virginia Tech's head coach?
Feel bad, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I'll say 7 seasons.
52 yards in 3:06 for the Ross field goal. And there'll be no return. Wofford will scrimmage again from its 25. All right. So how many seasons did it take Frank Beamer? Frank Beamer's number when he played, of course, here at Lane Stadium. First down give, Nate Walker picks up about 5.
Man, Walker runs hard.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, good player in the Southern Conference is Nathan Walker from Ridgeville, South Carolina. 235 pounds on a 6-foot frame. Boy, I tell you, the glowing comments of Sean Watson and Josh Conklin about Walker. They love the skill set. They called him a power runner with a dirty edge to him. I like that.
I saw he ran the 4 by.
Josh Conklin told us there have been fundamental changes to this offense, and that's a process. I spoke with running back Nate Walker this week, who said our goals are still intact. The last time this team started 0-2, they won a Southern Conference. So much of today is about individual confidence and team progress.
Yeah, it's almost like that will be more important than the scoreboard, and this give to Walker is blown up by the Hokie front. Virginia Tech teed off on it. Kyrie Boyston, Mario Kendricks. Kendricks in on the stop here.
Just a heck of a gang tackle. You see 3 and 4 and 5 guys in there on the play. If I'm Wofford, I'm not running Big Walker sideways on this defense.
The lunch pail for Brent Pry. Came here as a GA originally, of course, with the great Bud Foster. Now second and very long for Wofford, and Leggett has come back in. Wyrick across the middle, nice grab. Jordan Davis will make it 3rd and short. Tough catch in traffic. Nyquist Hawkins on the collision with Davis here.
It just looks like Tech is in man-to-man coverage, and they're able to find the mismatch and be able to pick up a game. Hey, Tech might need to get into some zone coverage and bring some pressure. Get some hits on the quarterback.
Walker comes back in. You see Artis come out. Hollifield is returned in the linebacking spot now for Virginia Tech. They're going to hand it to Walker, and I don't think so. Dax was the first guy in. Number 4 in the maroon jersey. There he is. 51st career game today for the young man from Shelby. So it's 4th and a yard, Eddie, and if Josh Conklin is standing behind what he said to us this week, they're going for this, right?
Oh, yeah, you have to. In this situation, it's all about momentum. I run the same exact play and see if my guy Nathan Walker can pick up 1 yard. Yeah, he's going to think about this one.
They're going to call timeout. Yep. Conklin and Sean Watson want to talk about it. We'll come back to Blacksburg in a moment.
Timeout, Wofford. They're first.
Take your favorite radio stations.
Well, the 6th play of Wofford's 3rd possession is 4th and 1 from its 46. And after a timeout, Josh Conklin lines up as if he's going to have Atkins Roberts punt it. Now, Nathan Walker hangs around in that punt cover unit. He is the 2nd guy off the center. Okay, so have every reason to believe it'll be snapped back. Here is Roberts, and he does punt it. And a catch by Kakavitas will take us to break.
The new subway system.
Yelling and screaming at you, you tend to think a little bit different.
Hokies off the 18, and Holston picks up almost 5.5 on first down. Nice run by Jalen Holston to get the drive started for Grant Wells.
Man, I tell you what, why go for that? You got momentum. You're in a position that you didn't think you'd be in at this point in the game. So college football is all about momentum. The kick was a great job. Smart decision by Conklin on that one.
Holston averaging 4 yards a carry on his first 7. He'll get it on 2nd and 5. He's got the first down and more. He'll pick up 11 there behind the blocking of Nick Gallo here, Eddie.
Yeah, and just keep handing it off. I mean, look at the size of this hole that he has. I mean, shoot, Wes, we could get through that one. Offensive line doing a very good job. I know the score isn't what the Hokie fans thought it would be at this point, but just keep marching away.
Here's Holston on his 3rd straight carry. Jalen Holston picks up 9 to the 44. DiRoberto in the secondary for Wofford making the tackle.
It's good to see this running game of Virginia Tech. I mean, we look at the schedule and we know it's coming up next Thursday. You're going to have to be able to run the ball against West Virginia. So this is a good start for the Hokies.
2nd down and short for Wells, who's yet to throw it on the drive. Will here on his first try of the possession, going to try and dial it deep for Caleb Smith. And just overthrown, there's going to be a flag tossed in behind against Amir and Orr.
Pass interference. Defense, number 13. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, so I'll tell you what, I'm a receiver, and I don't know that I saw much on this one. The refs might have bailed Virginia Tech out on here. Nice route, stepping on his toes. Then there's a little bit of hand fighting. He may have gotten there a little bit earlier. Tough break for the defense. Yeah, you see it. That left arm hooks him. Okay. I do like the shot play, though. I do love them throwing the ball down the field.
After the penalty, the ball in Wofford territory at the 42. Holston back to work on the ground. And a couple before Jalen Marshall makes the tackle. Eddie, we touched on this a little bit in our pre-production. One thing Virginia Tech doesn't have without Keyshawn King on the field is the burner, right?
Yeah. It's the lack of the home run threat. And that's why you're going to have low-scoring games. And that's going to be Virginia Tech football for the rest of the season. It's not going to be those 50-point games, 40-point games. It's going to be low-scoring and playing good defense and just executing well.
There's a crossing route for Holston. He took a big lick, and that was Harrison Morgan, who's been in on the play already about a half dozen times, it feels like, for Wofford defensively. Okay, so what you're seeing from Grant Wells today, Can they be successful with the way he's going in terms of the throw game? The occasional deep shot, all the stuff in that 8 to 13-yard window?
It's going to put a little bit more pressure on Tyler Bowen in this offense and scheming up the right plays, but Grant Wells as well can take off and run. I think that's an element of his game that we haven't seen yet today, but that's going to be important to come up with big plays for this Virginia Tech offense.
Wells, and there's Christian Moss again, a flag thrown on the play behind Wells after he cut it loose to Moss, who gets to the 34. Jalen Marshall the tackle, but Marcus Wood the information here.
Holding, offense, number 70, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Parker Clements guilty of the hold.
Take a look at the right tackle right here. Yeah, he got beat to the inside, something you never want to let happen as an offensive lineman. He had to hold him to prevent him to get to his quarterback. Yeah, he's got him with that left arm. He's hooking him right there in plain sight for the official to see.
Wofford, whose defense had played well last Saturday night against Elon in Spartanburg. Here's a throw down the seam and a big leaping grab by Jaden Blue for the first down. That's a heck of a catch and a heck of a throw, Eddie.
I tell you what, you want to get on your quarterback's good side. You make plays like this, a throw over the middle, a little bit high, he goes up, not worried about his body, and makes the catch for his guy.
Fresh set of downs at the 22.5, and Holston hammering away at the Terriers. Eli Purcell the tackle. Wofford allowing 163 yards of rushing. Remember, they lost to the preseason favorite in the Southern Conference, Chattanooga, week 1. Shutout last Saturday night at home by Elon, 26-0. And early on, we talked about how many snaps the defense was on the field already in this ball game. And now second. And a quick throw. And Jaden Blue another catch on a knee at the 11, and that'll be just enough for the first down.
I love it. Jaden Blue's a guy that's going to be important for this offense to get things rolling. Worked out in the slot. When he was at Temple, he had a 1,000-yard receiving year, so he's capable. Now it's just Virginia Tech being able to incorporate him into this offense.
Wells is 14 of 19 for 174, and the redshirt junior from Charleston, West Virginia, trying to get the Hokies into the end zone for the first time. Here's Chance Black, fighting for a couple on first down. No Keyshawn King today. Malachi Thomas still on the shelf with an injury from preseason.
Look, you see him, he's yelling. He wants the ball again.
And Holston comes back. 10th play of the drive.
Correction from the 9-yard line.
Which means Virginia Tech's coming up on 40 plays here in this first half. And Josh Conklin
30-second timeout.
will take the timeout. Big second down next in Blacksburg.
Welcome back to Virginia Tech. Hokies up 6-0. Now, before the break, wide receiver Caleb Smith actually left the field with trainers, went back to the locker room. Now, I'm told in week 1 against Old Dominion, he did suffer a bit of a rib injury, had those checked out and didn't play the second half. In the second game, some knee issues. So this is a guy who has just been banged up so far this season, guys, and he's back there with the training staff now. I did see him walk right by me. Didn't seem to be any sort of limp. He was engaging with fans, seemed to be in good spirits, so I'll keep you updated as I know more.
All right, Taylor, thanks. And, of course, again, Eddie, we talk about Thursday night. Mountaineers are here.
Yep.
I mean, that comes into play here.
It does, and he's the leader of that receiving core. He's a guy that you're going to need out there to have success. We saw him with the big catches last week against Boston College down the sideline and then for the touchdown. So he's a guy that Virginia Tech needs.
Third down for the Hokies. Wells going to cut upfield, and I think Grant Wells is going to have the first down. He took a big lick right at the goal line from Powers, the linebacker.
Yeah, the rush kind of forces him to get up into the pocket, and then he's able to make a nice move there, but I just don't like the ending. I mean, you hate to see your quarterback taking shots like that. I understand that he wants a touchdown, but it's hard seeing the guy leading the team take a shot like that.
So here's Wells trying to get Virginia Tech in the end zone for the first time in the half. Holston driving and in. Zero's going to have a chance here, Eddie, to have a big day.
He is. I love it. And great push by the offensive line. And Holston did a great job of keeping his legs moving to be able to get into the end zone. And, hey, today's his day, him and Chance Black. We'll see if one of them can get over 100 yards today. But very nice start, powerful run.
So Holston gets his second rushing score of the year. He's already tied his career high for rushing yardage in a game with 58.
Just keeping those legs moving, putting 6 on the board for the Hokies.
Out. Kyle Lowe to kick it away. And Parsons going to let it hit. And Wofford will scrimmage from its 25-yard line. Jalen Holston's got a rushing score. William Ross has kicked a couple of field goals, and Virginia Tech just marched at 82 yards in a dozen plays, Eddie.
I love it, and I actually go back to the defense of Virginia Tech and Dax meeting big Nathan Walker in the hole on a 3rd and short to force the punt, which allowed Virginia Tech to have that drive. So this Virginia Tech defense stepping up when they need to.
Well, here's the other thing, too. Wofford's already got a 9.5-minute disparity in time of possession. A 3-and-out here might be trouble for the Terrier defense. And the give is to Leggett. Lost his hat. Plunging in across the 30 to the 31. A flag comes in as well. On the strong run of the Myrtle Beach junior David Leggett.
Personal foul, face mask, blueprints number 8. 15-yard penalties added to the end of the play. First down.
Breon Murray identified with the penalty. Third penalty on Virginia Tech for 40 yards.
See what happens. I don't see anything.
Wait, hold on now. I know. Wait a second. You didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything, man.
Okay. 1st and 10. They're going to hand the ball again. That's Kyle Parsons, who can play all over the place for them. Keontae Jenkins, the tackle for Virginia Tech.
I'll tell you what, I've been around NFL a lot. Not too many guys you walk by and you say, wow, that's a good-looking athlete.
Jenkins?
Jenkins is one that I did that with.
From Jacksonville. 2nd in the full 10 for Wyrick and Wofford. Ritchie, the tight end, in motion. Wyrick going to be sacked. Cole Nelson.
Wes, I'll tell you what, this is a coverage sack because he had his time early on. He just couldn't find anybody. Great job by Nelson to be able to dip that shoulder and come around the corner. But that was a coverage sack. Nice job by Virginia Tech in that secondary.
3rd and almost 20 now for the Terriers. Chris Marv, kind of like the way his defense has rallied here a little bit in this first half. Here comes another blitz, and Wyrick's going to be sacked. Breon Murray plows through to take the Terrier quarterback down.
That's that old school Virginia Tech football. I still can remember Brandon Flowers coming off the boundary and laying shots on quarterbacks. So nice job dialing up the cornerback blitz. The running back doesn't see it in time. Very good play call on 3rd and long.
Another 4-play drive. DJ Harvey will wait on the punt from Roberts. It's a wobbly kick. Harvey will catch it on the fair catch on the run. Virginia Tech will take over just beyond its 35. Don't forget ACC PM comes up every afternoon now on ACC Network. My man Mark Packer with Trey Boston, Taylor Tannenbaum, all the football plus the latest news from around the conference every afternoon at 4 Eastern from the basement with my guys Chester and Fuller right here on ACC Network and streaming live on the ESPN app. Off the 36 go the Hokies. Trying to add one more here before the break. Holston across before Marshall makes the stop. Gain of about 5 or so for Jalen Holston. Now a career high in this first half. Rushing for the senior from Stockbridge, Georgia. He's also gone over 1,000 yards in his career rushing in this first half too. Eddie, as Jalen Holston.
He's done a great job today. Nice job by Virginia Tech milking that clock a little bit as well. You don't want to give Wofford the ball back with too much time left. Just moving the chains.
Christian Moss, another first half catch.
I tell you what, I've been impressed with him.
Yep.
Very good first half for Christian Moss.
Played in a terrific high school program in Kennesaw, Georgia, outside of Atlanta at North Cobb for Shane Queen. Did Christian Moss. Here's Wells. Going to take the long shot for, is that Blue hanging on? Yes. Is that a catch for Jaden Blue? They're going to measure it so at the 38 of Wofford. Heck of a grab by Blue here. That's his second of the first half.
Heck of a grab, heck of a throw. I mean, he's throwing to the wide side of the field, and Blue does a great job of stemming inside, then giving himself enough room on the sideline to be able to drag them feet in. See, that one is closer to me than any of the other ones that we've reviewed.
Black will get the carry here on first down. Chance Black gets 3 on first.
Black on the carry.
Wow.
Oh, that's a Sunday catch, Eddie.
That is a Sunday catch. Great job. Fontel Mines, the receivers coach, doing a heck of a job of teaching these guys that toe drag.
Get our first look at Bryce Duke now in the running back spot. Freshman from Leesburg, Virginia. And here's Gosnell on the perimeter. Knocked out of bounds at the 24 by Wadsworth.
Stephen Gosnell, first down.
Transfer from Carolina. Has a younger brother, Benji, on the roster here in Blacksburg. First and 10 at the 24. Holston back in the ball game at the running back spot with Wells. Long throw again. That's Lofton's catch. Shy of the first down at the 15. And we're getting a timeout called. Yes. Timeout taken at the Hokie bench after the grab by DeJuan Lofton.
I think Wofford's appreciating this timeout call by the Hokies. Lofton does a heck of a job of pressing on to the defensive back's toes and then being able to get out of his route. Nice hands catch there. These Virginia Tech wide receivers are looking great. Very good routes being run, and Grant Wells is throwing the ball very accurately today.
Yeah. Wells is 18 of 23 for 215 yards in this first half. And the Hokies just shy of 300 yards of offense. And Taylor told you about Caleb Smith, and you can see the pads have come off, but he is back out on the field with a jersey on here at the end of this first half.
Happy to see him back. But it's a little alarming to not see him in pads. You know, this is one of those games you hope to get everybody out healthy. You want to win the game, get some young guys some reps, but that's not a great sight for Hokie fans.
Nope. And as I think Taylor chronicled, it's been a fall kind of injuries and step-asides for Caleb Smith so far. So Brett Pry, a couple of timeouts here.
2nd and 1 for the Hokies.
See if his team can put another score on the board here going to the locker room. Wells guns for the end zone, overshoots Gosnell.
Pass intended for Gosnell, incomplete.
Tahir Anor was in coverage for Wofford.
I tell you what, Wells is not afraid to pull the trigger. I mean, that was one of those throws where you almost hold your breath as soon as it leaves his hand. But he's got the arm to do it.
Wow. He had no problem pushing it to the back of the end zone, right? 3rd and short. They're going to run it with Holston. And Virginia Tech's going to get the first down.
Holston on the carry.
Clock will stop with 44 seconds left. And the Hokies are right up over the top of the football. 2-by-2 look here for Wells. Time again, shoots it on the perimeter. That's Holston. He'll be knocked out of bounds.
Pass complete to number 0,
And the clock
Jaden
stops with
Holston.
32 seconds left. Eman Rory
Out of
on the
bounds
coverage
about the 10-yard line.
for Wofford out of the cornerback spot.
Yeah, I mean, great job by Virginia Tech at just getting on the ball. They know this Wofford defense is exhausted, so staying up on the line and getting ready to go limits Wofford from being able to substitute.
So Blue and Gosnell come into the package here on the near side. You see the career high for Holston. There's a throw to the goal line and touchdown for Jaden Blue.
Touchdown, Hokies! Wells pass complete to number 2, Jaden Blue.
Pretty good drive by Grant Wells, Eddie.
Yeah, you accomplished everything that you wanted. You ate up the clock so that Wofford can't get the ball with too much time. You end up with 6. Very efficient drive. Nice job by Virginia Tech and Tyler Bowen calling this game.
11-yard score to Blue. Point after by Ross. Gives us a 20-0 score with 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, this is a zone coverage look, and you run these crossing routes to clear out the zone for that guy in the middle. Grant Wells throws a strike. Nice touchdown for Jaden Blue. You want to get those linebackers out of there. You see 34 running across the screen. That opens up the window for Jaden Blue. Nice throw by Grant Wells. Very good play call.
10 plays, 64 yards. 2 minutes, 52 seconds time of the drive. Wells was 5 for 7, 48 yards on the drive. Holston's got a career high in rushing. Jaden Blue, who had 10 touchdown catches in 35 games at Temple, gets his first grab as a Hokie for a touchdown.
Great to see. As I said, he's the guy that needs to get rolling for this passing game to really take off. Good signs right there for this passing game from Virginia Tech.
Couple of thoughts, though. If Smith, is not going to be 100%, you need Jaden Blue and Christian Moss both to move forward here for you a little bit.
This is one of those confidence games, and it's building confidence for this passing game.
Don't forget, more to come on ACC Network. Following coverage here in Blacksburg, off to Charlottesville for Old Dominion in Virginia. Chris Cotter, Mark Herzlich, Larisha Harris are in Charlottesville. Then we send you to Winston-Salem in the Twin Cities. Sam Hartman's home debut for number 19 Wake Forest against Liberty. You can see North Carolina A&T and Duke at sold-out Wallace Wade tonight on ACC NX. And then ACC Network primetime tonight from Clemson, Louisiana Tech, and the number 5 Tigers. Jimmy Wyrick on the carry for first down money out to the 38-yard line. 13-yard gain on the play by the Terrier quarterback. And the clock might run out on Wofford here before maybe one more snap. Leggett and Walker both in the backfield with Wyrick. And we get a flag with 1 second left.
Illegal substitution, offense, 12-minute formation.
Oh boy.
5-yard penalty. Second down.
Well, they had 2 backs. Leggett and Walker were both in the package in the backfield. It's the first time we'd seen that.
I tell you what, Wes, sometimes it's better to just
let it go to the locker room, huh?
go in before something bad happens.
28 passing yards in the opening 30 minutes of play here in Blacksburg. In the first ever meeting between the two schools. And Wofford going to get the ball to start the second half. So Kyle Lowe to kick it away. And no return for the Terriers, and let's check in with Taylor Davis.
Yeah, guys, I spoke with Josh Conklin coming out of the Wofford locker room at halftime. His first comment was how proud he is of his defense. He said they are playing so hard and leveling up to this environment. He said down toward the end of the first half, what happened was a lot of fatigue. He said a lot of our guys are playing so many snaps, and they've been on the field a lot. Offensively, he wants to implement more in the read game, and he said for his defense, they know that Jalen Holston has the hot hand, and they will continue to key in on him.
Well, he's talking about play differential. Virginia Tech ran 30 more plays than Wofford did in the first half and had a 9-minute, 15-second advantage in time of possession. And here is Wyrick hit by Hollifield for no gain on the first snap, and that was a read play, Eddie, as Conklin talked about.
Yeah, but it's not working with that defense out there. I mean, Dax is like a pit bull off the leash. I mean, that guy, I don't want to meet him in a hole. Not too many players from the opposing team wants to. I mean, that's the picture-perfect tackle right there.
One of my favorite guys to talk to in the ACC is Dax Hollifield.
Just loves ball.
Yeah, loves ball, likes to cook. He's just that guy, you know, the old guy, so to speak. Play fake, Wyrick to throw, and incomplete. Looking for Shaw, the 6'2 wide receiver from Jacksonville. Ricky Shaw was litigating for a flag.
Hey, sometimes when you run a bad route and you don't get the ball.
Wait.
Hey.
Is that all receivers?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. You look at the ref trying to bail you out, but you knew you ran a bad route and it just didn't work out for you. Sometimes you got to put your head down and run back to the huddle.
So third and the full 10. They got their first third down conversion today. 0 for 4 cents is Wofford. Wyrick with pressure coming. And he will throw it off the back foot. And it is caught by Landon Parker. Amazingly ahead of Dorian Strong, but short of the first down. This is a heck of a catch.
I just knew it was an interception. One great job getting out of this sack. And then it looks like he just threw it up for grabs. One of those 500 plays when you were a kid. Landon made a heck of a play to reach over the defensive back and make a play. But, hey, I guess that's why Dorian Strong is playing defense.
Unbelievable athleticism by Wyrick. Parker makes a heck of a catch, and Dorian Strong doesn't want to see the tape. That almost got blocked. And DJ Harvey, the fair catch at the 37. Hokies leading 20-0. They get the ball next. Jalen Holston touchdown, but it had a lot more in it. Caleb Smith, a pass interference call. Great grab by Jaden Blue. Wells got him to the doorstep, and then Holston bangs in for the score that got the Hokies on the board. From a touchdown perspective, a couple of William Ross field goals ahead of time. Here's Wells on the 3-yard keep before Anor makes the tackle.
I tell you what, if he hands that to Chance Black, he might be still running.
Black excited to see Wofford today. He's from the upstate, played at Dorman and Spartanburg, and from Roebuck, South Carolina. Played 4 games last year, did not have a rushing attempt. There's Gosnell's catch for the first down, stretching to the 48 ahead of Eman Worry. I like Grant Wells today, Eddie. I think what he's done in terms of understanding the windows and taking advantage of what Wofford's giving him defensively.
Playing very smart football. I'll tell you what, though, if I'm Virginia Tech, I'm coming back to that read option play, and I'm handing it this time. We'll see.
There's Black, picking up a couple of yards. John Boyles, the junior linebacker, with the stop. Don't forget tonight in primetime, Dave O'Brien, Tim Hasselbeck, Kelsey Riggs will be at Clemson to see the number 5 Tigers, who will be playing with heavy hearts. The story Taylor shared with you last Saturday in our visit to Frank Howard Field. Unfortunately, Ella Brazee passed away this week from the cancer diagnosis she had sustained about a year ago, just 15 years of age. It's an emotional story. I'm sure Kelsey and Dave and Tim will have more on it. It was impacting Clemson's season to start with. She had spoken with the team last week, Eddie, and then passed away on Wednesday. Just a tragic story for the Clemson football family. Second and long now, or third and long rather. And Holston back in the ball game here for Wells. Hokies are 4 of 7 on third down this afternoon. Terriers bringing 4. Long throw by Wells, and Blue could not haul it in against Miles Richardson. Senior from Atlanta. Another one of those guys lost to injury most of last year. Heck of a play here.
Yeah, and it was the right play call. I mean, Virginia Tech held it, and they knew the coverage. It was just heck of a play by the defensive back. Getting there at the right time, no pass interference. Perfect technique on that play.
Peter Moore, the punter for the Hokies, wears Frank Beamer's 25 today. And R.J. Ko will wait on Virginia Tech's first punt of the afternoon. Moore trying to flip this one. And tugs at it a little bit. Wofford will scrimmage from its 14 when we continue from Blacksburg. Week is an annual back-to-school effort led by the College Football Playoff Foundation that brings college sports together to recognize and show appreciation to great teachers across the country. To support Extra Yard for Teachers Recognition and Resource Initiatives, follow at CFP Extra Yard or scan the QR code for more. Let's go downstairs to Taylor.
Well, yeah, guys, as we're honoring teachers, and rightfully so, Wofford quarterback Jimmy Wyrick would like to honor one of his who is in attendance here today at Virginia Tech. Christina Grice from Pickerington North High School in Columbus, Ohio, is here attending to watch Jimmy play. He says this is a tradition of hers. She does it every season, travels to games to watch alum of Pickerington North High School who have made it to the next level. It's just a great example of teaching, you know, really going beyond the classroom.
Amazing.
That's amazing. I don't know that I would have invited her to this one, Wes. But
Well, it might have been the closest one, though.
hey, there
right?
you go. Okay, fair enough. I just want to win the game I invited to.
Leggett in the backfield. 2nd and 8. Coming up for Wofford. Inside give. Flag down on the play. You still talk to your high school coaches, Eddie?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And I have a high school teacher who was my mentor, my 4th grade teacher who I still talk to.
Defense number 41. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Jalen Griffin out of that Griffin football family in Rome, Georgia, with the penalty. It's amazing the impact educators and coaches at the high school, middle school, elementary school level have.
They change lives. I tell you what, without that teacher, Brian Kelly, in my life, I don't know that I would have accomplished what I have in my life.
Yeah. Wyrick after the penalty on the keeper. And Jimmy stretches out to the 29. Christina will like that play. Shamari Connor making the tackle.
I do like the read option. That was a great job. And then, hey, you got to get those extra yards and lower your pads. I understand certain situations it's okay, and for a quarterback, and that was one of them.
Yep. So here's 1st down and 10. 2-back set here. Leggett and Kyle Parsons in the ball game. And this is Leggett, and stepped on right away was the junior from Myrtle Beach. Jalen Griffin again. Jalen now is the fifth-year senior from Rome. His brother Jamias started at Georgia Tech, is now at Oregon State, by the way, as part of that Pac-12 program for Jonathan Smith. And Jaquan is at Coastal Carolina, playing for Jamie Chadwell. And they had an older brother who's done with his football career. I mean, so when you say the football Griffins are Rome, we're not kidding now.
Got to be some proud parents back home.
And some busy weekends. 2nd and 10, and Walker, maybe a yard. Wyrick is just feeding the fire a little bit with some of this run plays right at Virginia Tech. And the 235-pound Nathan Walker catching a lot of the heat from Virginia Tech's front.
And these are the situations you try to avoid for Wofford. Getting in the 3rd and 9, obvious passing situation. It allows Virginia Tech to be able to play coverage and bring a blitz if they want to be a little bit more aggressive. Looks like they're,
Wyrick wants to throw. Here comes the pressure. Ball popped loose. Walker fell on it. C.J. McCray knocked it loose. The Marshall transfer.
Yeah, McCray was a guy I saw on tape, and I had to go back and look at the roster and saying, who is this guy? Because he looked different than the guys that have been at Virginia Tech in the past. He had a little bit something extra about him. Nice size, 6'3", 240. Nice job bending on that edge. Explosive athlete.
Atkins Roberts, another punt for G.J. Harvey, who stands at the Hokie 40, and the Virginia Tech punt rush almost got there. Fair catch for Harvey around the 31. 20-0 Virginia Tech. It's a very busy Saturday in week 3. It started last night at Cardinal Stadium with Florida State beating Louisville 35-31, and the job Mike Norvell has done in these first 3, Eddie, to win, find the way to win, it's been really remarkable, to be honest with you.
That running game, I'll tell you what, and Jordan Travis, I mean, before he got hurt, he was lights out, just really evolved as a passer.
A couple of tough injuries last night for Florida State. Jared Verse, the defensive lineman, and you mentioned Jordan Travis. Nick Gallo, the catch. Pickup of almost 5 on first down. Hey, by the way, credit to Tate Rodemaker coming in off the bench and being as good as he was in the second half last night.
He looked great, and he made the plays when he needed to. That interception early was a little bit bad, but after that, he kind of got into a rhythm and turned things around.
How about the pass at the end? Would you have been able to hang on to that laser?
Come on now, of course. I don't know that I'm 6'7" to be able to get to it, but I would have caught it.
Here's Wells, wide open Gallo, first down out to the 44. Powers, the linebacker, making the tackle on Nick Gallo. Wow, 8 different Hokies have caught a ball from Grant Wells today.
He's just taking what the defense is giving him. He could have took a shot down the field there, but he just took Gallo. He was wide open over the middle.
Chance Black in the backfield on a little play fake from Wells. Loading up for the deep shot, looking for Christian Moss, who can't hang on. Amir Anor in coverage on the redshirt freshman.
I tell you what, I've been begging for that play call, but let's take a look. Nice job by the offensive line holding up. Grant Wells has some time. That hit at the end, you hate to see it, but Christian Moss almost comes up with it. I tell you what, Jaden Blue was streaking down the middle, and he kind of hesitated a little bit, thinking that Grant Wells wouldn't see him. Then he tried to pick it up late. That could have been a home run right there.
So 2nd and 10, and here's Holston back to work. And Powers, the linebacker, first guy in the gold helmet to reach him for Wofford. Let's take one more look here. Let's go coach's film.
Let's see if my eyes are as good as I thought they were. Yeah, Jaden Blue kind of slowed up a little bit. I thought he could have got there, and Grant Wells could have led him down the field before that cornerback got there. You can see now he's a little bit upset with himself, knowing that was a big play potentially.
So 3rd and 9 now for Virginia Tech. Wells to Gallo, could not hang on. Out in space was DiRoberto, the safety.
Yeah, the ball just a little bit behind him right there. Nice route. Grant Wells is going to want this one back. Got in and out of the break just a little bit behind him on there. You like to lead him outside to where only he can get it. He can catch that and run out of bounds and get the first down. Grant Wells looked great in the first half, but that's going to be one of those throws that he wants back.
2 possessions for each school. And here's the 4th punt. Good-looking kick by Moore. And KO will signal for the fair catch inside the 10. Timeout in Blacksburg. Hokies still lead 20-0.
You got to get him with the scruff, man. That's my guy with the scruff.
Wyrick, another keeper, picks up about 6 on first down. That's been Wofford's best run play. There it is.
Yeah, he's bringing it back.
Huh?
Yeah, you got to look tough, man.
Yeah. Calling the defense. Chris Marv, who played for him at Vanderbilt, is the defensive coordinator. But Bryce said, yeah, one day he'll get it. But right now, I'm okay. I like listening to that discussion yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, he's just so animated, and he loves ball so much. He's not really ready to let that one go. Hey, and the way this defense is playing, don't. Yeah. Continue to call the plays.
Yeah. You respect the journey, though, Eddie, of Brent Pry. You know, I mean, to be at many places and go through it. His dad was a coach at a lot of places, high school, college level. Yeah. As he said, you know what? We lined the field. You know, we did all the things that you do in coaching. It's not, he said, it's the journey of staying in football. It's the love of the art of coaching as much as it is the success that comes with some of these jobs.
Yeah, got it out the mud kind of from the ground up, and you respect guys like that because they know what it's like to be a GA. It wasn't handed to him, and so he's still got that mentality, and he's still appreciating everybody who helped him get there and everything along the way.
3rd and short, but a flag down on a conversion run by Walker.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense number 14.
Wow.
15-yard penalties added to the end of the play. First down.
So the penalty is on Kyrie Moyston, the freshman from Portsmouth.
See, and I hate that when you have a penalty and the coach calls you to come out.
Yeah.
Like, come on, coach, give me a second to let me go out and make a play, make up for what I just did wrong. I used to not even look to the sideline.
So you didn't hear him, you didn't see him? That was the deal?
If I dropped the ball or jumped off sides, I just wouldn't. The guy would have to come tap me on the shoulder to get me out the game.
Here's Wyrick with Leggett now in the backfield after the penalty, and they had the conversion run. And here's Wyrick on a little bootleg back here to Jordan Davis, the 6'2 wide receiver who transferred from Texas Southern, and another legacy player, Jalen Stroman, on the stop.
Yeah, nice coverage, but look at the route. Running wide open right here. Nice placement for the ball. That boot action is working, getting Wyrick kind of moving around a little bit to use his legs to help him create some momentum for this offense.
Yeah. Wofford, who's got a 12-game losing streak, second longest in FCS, has got another first down in this possession. And trying to build a little momentum here, but boy, Leggett finds the road hard to hoe there because Keontae Jenkins and Jalen Griffin were right there to shut the door. No gain on the play.
This run defense is so good. I mean, we saw it last week against Boston College. The guys up front are doing a heck of a job, and those linebackers are all fast.
Now, Conklin's team, it doesn't get it. And you go from Virginia Tech, which was a huge challenge, and they're scheduled to be at Kennesaw next week to take Brian Bohannon's Kennesaw State Owls, who are in the top 20 of the FCS rankings, before finishing the year with their Southern Conference schedule. Wyrick hit as he throws, and it's broken up. Ball intended for KO on the far side. DJ Harvey, who we've talked about in punt returns, with a terrific play in coverage.
And C.J. McCray was coming off the edge. I believe the right tackle got away with the holding right there. But he had pressure on him. I mean, as soon as he releases this ball, he gets hit. Nice job by the defensive back to get a hand on the ball right there. DJ Harvey. Ooh, look at that. I'm telling you, C.J. McCray is a player.
3rd and the full 10 for Wyrick and Wofford. quick throw, trying to weave it back through to DeJetti. And he's going to be tackled at midfield by Dax Hollifield.
What are you doing, Wes? Would you go for it?
I don't see what you got to lose with under 2 minutes to go in the third. And Atkins Roberts will come out to punt. To me, you were playing, if you were playing against the bigger picture, the 4th and 1 in the first half, Eddie, comes back into play. You know?
It does. And, he may be just trying to keep it respectable.
Sure. Your defense has not played badly
not at all.
if you're Josh Conklin.
Play to win the game.
7th punt of the day for Roberts, and it will reach the end zone by about 3 yards. So it stays 20-0 in favor of Virginia Tech. Wofford's best drive of the second half, though, and Grant Wells back out here in the third. It's been a pretty productive afternoon for the young man who transferred from Marshall, whose dad was a Hokie.
I love it. Boot action, accurate ball, giving it to Connor Blumrick right there. The in cut to Caleb Smith before he went down with the injury. Then the strike to Jaden Blue. Coming back to his guy, Jaden Blue, over the middle for the touchdown. Nice productive day for Grant Wells so far.
Chance Black in the backfield gets the carry. Yeah. Picks up almost 5, Taylor.
You guys were talking about Grant, and obviously a bit of a rocky debut for him in week 1, throwing 4 interceptions against Old Dominion. When asked about it, he said, the nerves got the best of me. This place means a lot to me. This opportunity means a lot to me. But those 4 interceptions in week 1 make it 0 in week 2. The work's been put in. Coach Bryce saying, you haven't seen the best of Grant Wells yet.
That was, and when he says it means a lot, Eddie, Grant Wells and his dad and his family were in the stadium for Frank Beamer's last game.
Wow.
All those things, right? The emotions of playing here for him. His dad tried to have a football career. He got sidetracked as a walk-on by a medical condition. All these things that come into play for somebody like this, it makes it different. I think Grant Wells and Brent Pry come along at an interesting time because it's not just playing football, it's Virginia Tech, and it's emotional to both guys. Pry for one reason, because obviously being here as a GA and things like that, and for Wells because of the emotions of growing up and being a fan.
Yeah, and hey, I came back and talked to the team, and shoot, I almost got emotional because, man, it means so much to you, and you want guys out there that's playing that it means something to. That's why Dax Hollifield is so important. Having guys who've been through it and understand what it means to wear that VT. Yeah. And so those are 2 guys who understand that, and I can appreciate a guy that admits that, hey, it was my nerves. I got a little bit nervous. It meant a lot to me, and that was my first game, so I can appreciate that coming from Grant Wells.
Yeah. And the other piece that I think we learned yesterday from Tyler Bowen, Eddie and Taylor, as you see Silas Yancey, by the way, that's one guy they can ill afford to have missed any time because Yancey is the left tackle starting for the 25th time today. And Tyler Bowen is a guy who's got a terrific coaching staff with him on that offensive side, and the offense is continuing to evolve. We go to the 4th in Blacksburg, including this guy right here. And now we need your help. This fall, the ACC Network wants to experience each sport from your perspective. So take a picture or video and tag it, hashtag all the devotion, and post it to your social. You might see it on ACC Network. Now, it might not give you $1,000 like that guy got for making the kick, but 4th quarter underway. Wells throws, and Gosnell a great catch into Wofford territory. At the 44, 43-yard line goes Stephen Gosnell.
Nice job by Grant Wells, giving kind of eyes and shoulders to the flat route to make the cornerback stay down low, to give him a little bit more of an opening to be able to fit that ball in there. Nice route by Gosnell.
Got a tight end, 3 receivers, and the freshman from Leesburg, Virginia, Bryce Duke in the backfield, and here is Duke. And he will flip for about 3 yards to the 39. Powers and Marshall on the stop for Wofford. Now, by the way, the video we showed you, that's a promotion during a timeout where they brought someone from the Corps of Cadets out. to try a field goal, and he smoked it. We get a timeout in Blacksburg for injury. 20-0 Virginia Tech. We're early in quarter 4 here at Blacksburg with Eddie Royal, Taylor Davis, Wes Durham. Hokies looking at 2nd and 7 as we rejoin you, and Grant Wells, who's got 250 yards and more, having a terrific afternoon. And here is Black trying to bounce it to the outside and cannot run off from Tahir Anur. 271, the number on Wells today, of 24 of 33. Well, one of the stories that is emerging here in Blacksburg is that of place kicker William Ross. And here's Ross moving into position because it's 3rd down. Young man who transferred from Coastal Carolina, went to Northwestern High School in Rock Hill, South Carolina. He's already kicked 2 field goals today, and Wofford takes a timeout. And Ross.
They're first. 30 seconds.
You get some guys like Eddie Royal who come out of high school, highly decorated, lots of film, 3, 4, 5 stars, visit lots of schools. Ross started at Coastal Carolina as a walk-on, never kicked. Went to school there, Eddie, never appeared in a game to kick. Okay, so he transfers. He wins the preseason kicking battle. Special teams coordinator Stu Holt, who handles that. There's Stu, came over from Scott Satterfield's staff at Louisville, former long snapper at Carolina. So Stu Holt watches William Ross win the preseason battle. They go to Norfolk to play Old Dominion. The head coach, Brent Pry, has no knowledge of what Stu knows, and that is that William Ross had never kicked a field goal in a college football game until Norfolk.
That's a finable offense.
Finable or fireable?
Depending on who you are.
3rd down throw, Gallo the catch, 1st down Virginia Tech. We move into William Ross range early in the 4th here.
There you go, take a break, go sit down. It used to bother me when kickers would get up on 3rd down because it almost, you don't have confidence we're going to get it. So now you can go sit down and rest a little bit more.
So we talked to Coach Pry a little bit about the hidden kicker trick that Stu Holt pulled on his new boss. It was fascinating to get Pry's reaction. 1st and 10. Duke stays in the ballgame. These are valuable reps for Bryce Duke, by the way. Here's Wells, wheel route for Duke. Caught it! Touchdown!
This guy, he's an all-Met player last year, and nice wheel route right there. I see why they are excited about him as a player. Heck of a job running the route. Big-time play for the freshman. First career touchdown, huh?
Grant Wells throws for his 2nd score, and it's 27-0.
Now you can come in and kick.
7 plays, 80 yards for Virginia Tech and 320. Eddie.
Gotta love what you're seeing from these Hokies. And Grant Wells throws a dime to Bryce Duke. First career touchdown. Hokies getting 6. 27-0 as they lead in the 4th quarter.
Corey Huffman, our director, our great crew in Blacksburg. Game 1 of our quadruple header. And Virginia Tech leading 27-0. Wofford will begin the possession off its 25. All right, now, a moment ago, when Ross comes out, we tell this story about how William Ross has never kicked in a game, and you said, okay, now you can come kicking. So I sense that somewhere along the way, you and kickers have this tough relationship, Eddie.
There's no tough relationship. It's just that don't stand up on 3rd down like we're not going to get it. There's a time in the league where I caught it was 3rd down, and I caught it, and we got the 1st down, and I come off the field, and the kicker's ticked off, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? We're about to score a touchdown. And he's like, I want to kick the field goal. And from then on, it scarred me with kickers, so I'm sorry.
Here is Wyrick on 1st down, and a long throw to Landon Parker.
Okay.
Fourth play of more than 10 yards today for Wofford, by the way.
They say receivers are selfish. I'd argue kickers are selfish.
Wow.
They stand over there by themselves, don't really talk to anybody.
Wow.
Yeah, pay attention.
Taylor, I'm a little concerned, to be honest with you, about where Eddie is with all this. 1st and 10, ball at the 39 after the 14-yard throw to Landon Parker. Wyrick being pressured, gonna loop it downfield, and that is Parker again. Wofford across midfield for the first time, and the tackle at the Virginia Tech 13-yard line.
That was a play to where the defensive back kind of slowed up a little bit. The initial route, he had great coverage, but you got to continue to fight through the play. Landon Parker did a heck of a job continuing to play through the play. And just a big play. Nice run after the catch. That's just a young guy out there at defensive back, not finishing off the play. Initial rep was great, but hey, it's a long play. Finished it down.
Give Wyrick and Parker a lot of credit. Stayed through the play. 47 yards. First trip to the Virginia Tech red zone for Wofford today. And this is Nate Walker inside the 10, just shy of the 5 on a 9-yard run. And now the Terriers, who are scoreless, the only scoreless FCS team, the only score. Here's a list of the fewest points scored through the 10th of September. Sam Houston, 3. Look at this, they're the only school playing NCAA football without points. Walker with a flag down, touchdown for the Terriers. But does it stand?
Flag on the play.
No. Procedure the call. Now, Eddie, in week 1.
Offense, 1 of 4 players in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, first down.
In week 1 at Chattanooga, Josh Conklin's team got inside the 10, first and goal situation, ended up with a turnover. And here they are now, 2nd and short. Too many guys in the backfield here.
These are the mistakes you can't make, especially in Lane Stadium against this Virginia Tech defense. It's all the little things that add up. It's hard to score points, and they're realizing that now.
Straight ahead, nothing for Leggett. Maybe a yard to the 10.
Strowman in on the stop from Hokies.
It's hard to go backwards and score points in the red zone, especially when the kicker you're a little bit uneasy about. So they love to be able to get 6 right here.
They didn't get to the red zone against Elon last week. They were 0 for 2 at Chattanooga. Their 3rd trip of the year now. And Walker's come back in. Hokies look like they're coming. Wyrick, back foot throw, caught. Parker, he will try and stretch to the 3. And is that enough? I think it is. It's going to be 1st and goal. A ball that might have been partially deflected, hung on to by Landon Parker. Armani Chapman.
That ball was definitely tipped. Yeah, Landon Parker's doing a great job just playing through the down.
Yep.
Not giving up, and then that extra effort right there almost got himself in trouble, but he's having himself a day.
And now Marcus Wood.
Ruling on the field is the completion for a first down. The previous play is under further review.
I want to have another look here. So, under review in Blacksburg with Wofford threatening here in the 4th. Here's another look at it. Was it a fumble was what they were checking on. Oh, boy.
I am still not convinced. To me, that's a fumble, and it's going the other direction.
Well, yep, Nelson had the recovery off the tackle by Armani Chapman. 1st and goal, Wofford. Trying to score for the first time. Here's Walker punching it in for the Terrier score.
Touchdown, Wofford. Nathan Walker, the ball carrier.
So the drought is over for the Terriers here in the fourth.
Tell you what, that's the way you do it. You give it to your big back. 6 foot, 235 pounds. It's hard to stop a guy who's got forward momentum, who's that big of a guy.
And the point after from Atkins Roberts is good. So Nathan Walker punches it in here from 3 yards out.
Physical run. Nice job by the offensive line clearing the hole. Physical run by Nathan right there.
And Josh Conklin
Get the monkey off your back.
can snap the skid.
There you go, Coach.
He and Sean Watson upstairs trying to evolve the offensive system. And it has been frustrating to say the least. Going from spread option football to pro spread, and Sean Watson, who's had 35 years of offensive football experience at Illinois and Texas and Pittsburgh and lots of ports of call. He and Josh Conklin renewing ties from their days in Pittsburgh and trying to take Wofford back into contention in the Southern Conference. And the kick will be handled. This is Black off the goal line. Chance trying to work to the outside. Will get to the 20 and brought down around the 22-yard line. Don't forget, this is just game 1 of 4 today on ACC Network. Next, we're off to Charlottesville, Old Dominion, and Tony Elliott's Virginia team who lost at Illinois last week. Then at 5 o'clock, Winston-Salem, the venue for Wake Forest, number 19, welcoming Liberty. On ACC NX tonight at 6, a sellout house in Durham for North Carolina A&T and Duke. And then in prime time, number 5, Clemson welcomes Louisiana Tech to Tiger Town, all on ACC Network or the ESPN app. And we were happy to get your college football Saturday underway this morning first at 11 a.m. And here is Black on first down off to 22.
Black, the ball carrier.
Trying to get the Hokies going back north.
Wes, I can't say that Virginia Tech expected to see Grant Wells still in the game at this point.
Yeah. I was wondering just kind of where in the, Wells has played very good. He's 200 closing in on. He's actually got more than 300 yards for the 9th time in his career. He had 433 for his college career high in September a year ago against East Carolina. He's got 309 today. But Jason Brown is a guy that he was in competition with. As you know, Eddie, transfer from South Carolina from Fredericksburg. And I think there was a thought today, if the situation presented itself, we'd get to see Jason Brown maybe at some point.
Hey, I even thought we'd see Devin Farrell at some point as well. So, I mean, Grant Wells has played great, but that score just isn't quite out of hand yet to where you feel comfortable putting in Jason Brown.
3rd and short, and Eli Purcell gets the stand-up block on Black, and Virginia Tech's going to have to punt it for the 2nd time today. So we go inside of 8 minutes to go in the ball game, and a 20-point advantage for Prize team. The first 3 and out of the afternoon for the Hokies.
Yeah, it just lacked some juice, right? It wasn't very much juice on that drive. And, I mean, you start looking up at the clock, you got this game pretty much in hand, but you still got to continue to play well.
Wow. Peter Moore cuts that one loose. KO took a huge lick. My goodness. Jamari Connor backed up the truck on RJKO.
That is Virginia Tech football. Man, I started thinking of Cam Chancellor, just those big hits, Aaron Rouse. Good God. I tell you what, the better job was probably the fair catch. Nice hit by Jamari Connor as we go out Virginia Tech 27-7.
Jamari Connor on DJ KO here. And tell you what, this is close.
I mean, that's how you're taught to tackle.
Right. Well,
it just so happens the returner turns that way. I mean, that's a picture-perfect tackle right there.
he tried to go low. KO worked his way into it. Here's Marcus
After
Wood.
further review, there is no foul for targeting. First down, Wofford.
Okay. Now, I will say this. The idea of this is, and the last angle we showed you, the top of the helmet did not make contact. It was the side of Connor's helmet. And, Eddie, they redrew what the definition of top of the helmet was in the offseason. We talked about that a little bit this summer. That may have benefited Chamari Connor and Virginia Tech right there.
Big time. I think every Hokie fan can breathe a sigh of relief knowing which game is coming up next.
Right. Ball at the 12 for Jimmy Wyrick. Wyrick going to cut it loose for Parker again. And another terrific catch by 6'3" senior Landon Parker. Tackled by Elijah Howard out near the 36-yard line. And here's the Black Diamond Trophy. Matt Berry, Lewis Riddick, Harry Lyles will be here Thursday night on ESPN. Kick at 7:30. And this place will be at full throttle. And it doesn't matter if it's Thursday, because it's the Hokies and the Mountaineers. 5 catches, 98 yards, by the way, for Parker. Wyrick hit as he throws, trying to get it to Parker again. He was out of bounds. C.J. McCray has been really effective at getting to the quarterback today for Virginia Tech.
He's been awesome and one of those guys who has that NFL body type. I mean, he has to get off the explosiveness to be able to get to the quarterback. So he's going to be a good one for that Virginia Tech defense moving forward.
Came in from Marshall out of Mallard Creek High School in Charlotte. He's been outstanding today. Here's Walker, who's got the touchdown, and that goes nowhere. All right, you played in a pair of Black Diamond Trophy games. One here in Blacksburg, one in Morgantown. We talk about a lot of rivalries. This one is a great one to have back on the calendar. What makes Thursday night different than any other game for Virginia Tech and West Virginia?
It's like the teams really hate each other. I mean, it was one of those when you come out of the tunnel, they tell you keep your helmet on because they're going to be throwing stuff at you. And so it's going to be that type of environment. We won't do that here at Lane Stadium. That was there in Morgantown. We had to worry about that, but hey, it's going to be rocking, and it's going to be college football at its finest.
But Eddie, how many of the guys know each other? What's the acquaintance rate, if you will?
That's the thing. You don't know each other, but it's the helmet. You see those colors, and you just something about it.
Injured player for Wofford. And we get a break with 6 minutes to play. And it looks like Josiah Cromer, the right tackle, shaken up on the play for the Terriers of Josh Conklin. West Virginia, by the way, playing Towson today in Morgantown. Rob Ambrose's team out of the CAA is winless in 2 games. So Neil Brown, who lost in overtime last week to Kansas after the loss to Pitt on opening night, trying to get on the board today. We get a break in Blacksburg for injury. Another guy battled injuries last fall for Conklin's Terriers, helped off the field, and Roberts to punt away. And here comes DJ Harvey on the return, and he will break the 20. All right, time for the MVP of the game. And it's brought to you by Sport Clips. Eddie?
The quarterback, of course, Grant Wells. I obviously had no vote in this, no say-so.
Wait, come on now.
But
well, this guy's been terrific.
He has. He's thrown for over 300 yards. Throwing the ball accurately, led this team. Congratulations, Grant Wells.
Yep.
A bitter receiver.
MVP of the game brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Jason Brown has come into the ball game here. And hands to Chance Black. How do you become the Sport Clips MVP? You put 3 bills up on the dock. That's how you do it. Throw a couple touchdown passes. That's happened too. Threw 111 yards to Jaden Blue and 27 yards to Bryce Duke. 309 season high for Wells in the 9th 300-yard game of his college career. There's a quick throw and a catch. Kakavitsas, redshirt junior from Charlotte, makes the catch. And there's a look at the South Carolina transfer, the 5th-year senior from Fredericksburg, Virginia, Jason Brown.
I mean, look at that. The wins over Florida and Auburn. I mean, you got to be having some pretty good quarterback play to be able to win those games. He's got a great arm. And then it's what he does. If the initial play doesn't work out, what he can do with his feet to make something happen.
Here is Black. And kind of got stacked up after about a yard to the 32. Scroggs. Jack Scroggs, by the way, number 24 for Wofford, who's got a brother in Georgia. He plays linebacker at Wofford. But Jack Scroggs is a high school state fishing champion, Eddie.
What?
Yeah. He went to Buford High School, north of Atlanta in Gwinnett County, and is a high school state fishing champion.
I didn't know that was a thing.
You just don't run across that every day, by the way. Yeah.
Congratulations.
2nd and 9 for Brown. He's going to cut it loose. Going deep ball, and Kakavitsas couldn't hang on to it.
I love it. I love taking a shot down the field. I mean, you're still trying to develop some players. Regardless of the score, you want to give these young guys a chance to make some plays out here in front of the home crowd.
Don't forget, Old Dominion and Virginia come your way next. Then to Winston-Salem and the Clemson before the tour is done on this quadruple header Saturday on ACC Network. Hokies are just 5 of 11 on 3rd down today. Brown shoots it, center of the field. Jalen Jones, the catch, first down. Jones, who had a single catch in 10 games a year ago, hauls that one in for a first down.
Just nice execution. They got man-to-man coverage. Jason Brown was able to recognize that early and threw an accurate ball on the slant route.
Trying to get the personnel into the ball game all over the place. Holloway comes off. Kakavitsas back on. Bryce Duke with Jason Brown in the backfield. Hand is to Duke. And almost able to step out of one tackle.
You see the jump cut? It didn't pick up a ton of yards, but I see why they're excited about this young running back. I mean, that move right there, he's going to be able to avoid some tackles. Bright future for Bryce Duke moving forward.
Out of Tuscarora in Northern Virginia, 2,800 yards and 36 touchdowns, Eddie, in his high school career.
Leesburg, that's where my country club is. Golf.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hurry along, you might get a tee time. 2nd and long. Hokies 5 days away from West Virginia visiting here, as Duke will make it 3rd and short. Maniga, the tackle for Wofford. The renewal of the Black Diamond Tour. West Virginia's been busy, right? Playing Pitt to start the year, and now Virginia Tech, right? Overtime loss to Kansas. And on a short schedule, now you're coming to Blacksburg on Thursday night. Wofford is off to Kennesaw State next Saturday. Owls are in the top 25 of SCS. And Wofford's going to do it with their 13th straight loss, by the way. Second longest in FCS. To Wagner, who will play Syracuse later in the month. And Bryce Duke picks up the first down. And that will essentially bring us to about the final snap of the ball game if Brent Pry chooses so. Well, the Hokies are going to win for the third straight time and for the sixth time in the last 9 at home. After winning their 7th straight home opener last Saturday night. It's a nice follow-up, Eddie, for the short turnaround on Thursday.
Yeah, you saw what you needed to see. That passing game got going. Grant Wells over 300 yards passing. The defense looked great. Dax looked physical, and you got away with Shamari not getting that targeting foul,
Yep.
Everything's headed in the right direction for the Hokies.
Chance Black will end the ball game here. And Brent Pry, I don't think Virginia Tech's going to snap it again. They will not. Wofford has lost 3 straight games to open the season for the first time in 55 years. It's been since 1967 that that's happened in Spartanburg. But Virginia Tech's going to go to 2-1 with the Mountaineers here on Thursday night. As Coach Pry and Josh Conklin a handshake at midfield. And now Virginia Tech will turn their attention to West Virginia on Thursday night. And Wofford toward another non-conference